Hi, my name is Maluna and I'm 19 years old. I'm born on the 3rd of December 1995. Um, the first 5 years of my life I lived in Denmark with my mom and my dad. Um, they got separated when I was 2 years old, um, but I still saw them every other week. When I was 4 years old, my dad he met a Swedish woman that he fell in love with, and then when I was 5, we all three, the three of us, moved to Stockholm in Sweden. Um, I started at a Swedish school. It was different than Denmark, of course, but I didn't speak the language either, so I had a hard time communicating with the other children. I played with them, but I, I, I was a little angry because I couldn't express myself. Um, it was first after 6 months that I started talking, and I started talking a lot because yeah, I probably learned all the language in those 6 months. Um, when I was 11, I moved back to my mom because in Denmark because I missed her. Um, it wasn't because I didn't like living in Sweden, because I did. I had a lot of friends, and my dad and my stepmother just got 2 children. Um, but I missed my mom too much. Uh, it, Usually I flew down to her every other weekend to see her, but the flight tickets are expensive if you fly a lot, and yeah, so I moved back to her, and I lived there until I was 17. When I was 17, I moved away from home. I moved into my own apartment, and I had 3 jobs and a school next to the jobs. It was hard to fit all the. I didn't have enough time to fit it in, but I did it, and the dark. And then in 2012, my grandmother and my granddad died of cancer. They were very close to me, so it's starting to not go so well for me. I got kicked out of school because I didn't show up. I couldn't show up because I was staying out late, and yeah, it was a tough time because I just moved away from home, so I wanted to show my family that I could stand on my own, but I couldn't really, so it was a confusing time. But after they died, I decided that I wanted to move to Copenhagen. Uh, so I moved into my aunt and uncle, um, and I lived there for 7 or 8 months, I think, until I found my own apartment. Again, I actually bought an apartment in Nordvest, um, because my aunt and uncle, they moved to New Zealand, so it was a little difficult to move with them. Um, in my spare time right now, I'm renovating my apartment. It's a big mess. It was a very old man who lived there before, so he didn't really renovate after years. So I have a lot on my plate and school. Um, I work in a clothing store doing pieces, accessories. I worked for the company for 4 years, and I really like it, and I love going to work.